mischaracterized character in Meadowlark ever. And I thought that Peregrine was bad, but Kingsley, as much as they are the youngest and they are like a typical Filipino kid raised in like playing outside in the streets barefoot, trying to like knock over empty cans with a piece of with a slipper. Which is they play patintero and like tumbang preso and Chinese garter, especially. I'm like to non-Filipinos. I'm so sorry, but um, they are not a, a kid that's like as much as they are that Filipino traditional like kid playing in the streets, they are also very, how do I say it? Maarte? What is maarte in English? Well, hmm. It says on Google, if I translate it to English, it says like dramatic or nitpicky, and they're fuzzy and um yeah, something along those lines. Not pretentious, no. Anything but pretentious. Um so Kingsley has class. Out of all the Lark, they would be the one to show up in like the proper attire, and they would smell the best out of the Lark. They would be the ones with good hair. They would be the one to have like proper clothes, and they'd be the first to complain if like, oh, it's too hot, or it's too cold, oh, it's like, oh, there's like dirt in my fingernails. They're sassy. And you know, like me saying these things, it's to some of you may be surprising, right? Because how like the community has always often viewed Kingsley is to be this ragged kid who just can't do anything precise because they're like, I don't know. Yeah, they are gemophobic. And but the thing is that they're very confident and they're very reassuring and they bring like the best in people. Um, they them, please. Thank you so much. Um, but they're not stingy. They're very generous. Kingsley is very playful, and they know they have the right to be playful because they know their right to be a kid. Please do tell me if my audio is weird. They're not messy, they're not chaotic, they're very orderly. And um this is a kid who knows what they want. Um and it's so easy for them to speak up. It's so easy for them to be confident and to know what they want, they know what they need. They know they are loved and they know they are full of love and that they are made of love, and they're so sure of themselves. Out of all the characters, Kingsley is the one being the youngest, is the one that's like so sure of themselves. Yes, like a majesty, like a proper royal, like think of that. And um and that's why I named them Kingsley. And like if the Lark were to look in a mirror, Kingsley would look in the mirror and like admire themselves, fix their brows, and then start to critique themselves of like, oh, I could have done my hair better today. Oh, that's okay. I'm a diva. I'm amazing. I could do better next time. I wish you could see my face right now. I look absolutely so gross, but like I'm doing facial expressions for Kingsley. And that's them. Sure, they will complain about dirt in their fingernails and unironed clothes, or like if Cole is being a snotty kid, they will complain, but not in a way that's like belittling. They will like handle it to make sure that everything is better. And so they act for the betterment of it, not because they want to put people down or like put anything down, but be like they're so sure of themselves that they act so confidently. And when they see a flaw surrounding them or like within them, they start to like look at everyone else and make sure that everyone is accounted for. And yeah, Kingsley is so high up there. Kingsley is not your messy brain rot kid. Yes, Rarity I think is a nice. Yeah, Rarity is a nice comparison. Not the exact one, but is a close comparison. Um, like when writing these characters, I don't think mature is the right word for it. I doubt that they're mature, but they are the youngest of the Lark. Do they are a perfectionist, you're right about that, but they're not the most mature. I wouldn't use mature as a word for any of the um Lark because they are kids and they are immature. But Kingsley is just confident. Kingsley will be wrong, as all people will be wrong, and as all kids are still learning at a lot of times. But Kingsley is just like whenever they say something, they are so sure of themselves. And if they are proven wrong, then it's not something that they're going to take as an offense. But thank you so much for hearing me out, and thank you so much for being understanding and trying to, well, understand these characters with me. I really do appreciate it. I I don't like it's such a huge thing for me. Like 2 years ago, only four of my friends knew about these characters, and now so many people do, and so many people care. And I never like growing up, of course, names change, designs change, and I never thought that I'd stick to something so strongly for so long as 2 years. It may be such a small thing, but committing to these four kids for this long, longer than 2 years, but like 2 years publicly, is a really big thing for me, and I really do appreciate everyone. And I'm very, very grateful. First friend was Cole, and Kingsley was Cole's first friend as well. They were the first ones um to be friends, and because they're opposite, they learn from each other. Cole lacks the confidence, and Kingsley cannot understand that. Kingsley cannot comprehend that yet as a kid who is so confident within himself, who knows what they need, what they want, what they have the right to. But through that relationship, through that friendship, Kingsley is able to humble themselves and put themselves in Cole's shoes of um there are other people who are not capable of being as confident and as great as me, something like that. And then Cole needs that push to be more confident, to voice their passion out, to have that like to have someone bring the best of them. And I think about Cole and Kingsley a lot. Um uh it's such a yeah, they grew up together. Yeah, Kingsley just brings out the best of people. And Kingsley is a reminder, as like their role being the youngest character in the story, as a reminder that this is what we do, that this is why we do things, is because for the children. They are our future, and if we foster and make them and cater to them, then the future will be great. And they are a reminder that you do have the right to wonder, you do have the right to be a kid, and you do have the right to be nostalgic. You do have the right to be proud, and that's not an if, that's an order. I think it would be really nice. I don't like the idea of sending in people, like acting you guys acting as like soldiers and such when it comes to information, but I don't ever want it to come off as that way. I'm just someone who writes stuff, and you guys are just people who are interested. But it's good that more people know about Kingsley, and now we are able to have that context and like second word from me that it's Kingsley's actually not like this. Kingsley is actually like this, like this, like this, like this, instead of like assuming that Kingsley is drowned is dumbed down into this person that they completely are not. Like type of kid to play with Barbie dolls and make drama, like very like controversial drama in it. And um their dolls, if they had dolls, like their dolls would be so well taken care of. Like the hair would always be brushed and make sure that the clothes are like paired with the proper outfits. While if we put Clementine in the situation, like Clementine would have like the trucks. Clementine, um, Clementine would have the trucks, the planes, and the Gundams, and like the big robots, and like the dinosaurs and the monsters, and like, the big ones, the swords. So here's an example. Like Kingsley's like over here, right? Kingsley's like playing with the dolls, and like he doesn't want to hang out with you because you're not pretty like me. Oh, but that is that's not true, Rebecca. You're so rude, Rebecca. Oh no, you're rude. And then like obviously there's like a conversation between two dolls, and it's like I don't know, a high school kind of situation, like a high school drama situation. And then Clementine freaking butts in with a whole truck just on the side going beep 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 beep. And this is just an example, okay? And then Kingsley wouldn't mind. Like Kingsley wouldn't find it annoying. Kingsley would like use that situation instead of telling Clementine off. They would use the situation as like a dramatic effect of like so much is happening in the moment, so much is happening in the scene, it's so intense. Like these two girls are fighting over one guy, and then there's this truck that's unloading on the side, and then Kingsley would keep continuing like the conversation, like the argument between the two Barbies, and then Clementine would have the play up on the top of the Barbies, and like no one knows what's going on, but it's still happening. And then suddenly there's an invasion, and then Clementine goes like, "Kingsley, there's an invasion, by the way, coming. So I'm gonna bring out the I can't do the voice right now. I'm sick. I'm gonna bring out the dinosaurs, okay?" And the dinosaurs comes in, rah, rah, and then the conversation's still happening. Like the mean girls are still talking, of course. Um, and yeah, that's their playtime. Peregrine, during playtime is like in that situation, they would first act so confused because, of course, to them they have to make it make sense. Like, why is there a truck? Why is there a plane? What's going on? Why are they fighting over the same guy? That guy doesn't even sound great. He sounds like an asshole. Oh, but like she's making sense. And then eventually all that gets thrown out of the window and they get so invested in the story. And then once playtime stops, Peregrine goes like, "No, you can't stop. Why are you stopping? Like continue the story. What happens next? You have to tell me." And it goes. Yeah, and then they like go to sleep like in a nap time and they can't sleep because they keep thinking about like what happens. What happens next? Thanks. I love my profile picture so much. I'm gonna die. Thanks. Be a part of it. Cole just be there. These are probably old Cole's toys or something. Where have you been? Ah, your children. Ooh. Happy I stepped down. It's the hat. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Okay. It's 8:30. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, okay. What was I talking about? Hobby related related topic. A noun related topic. Um in the Hand Reprise, I made I recorded that song in less than a day. It was a last minute choice. And I was like, what am I gonna do for Happy birthday? Oh, I know. I'm not going to celebrate Happy Hair. I'm going to celebrate and the Hound. And then I look in the camera and we're like, it makes sense because, you know, the Hound gets forgotten. This is quite stripped down in a sense that like I did not get any other producers. I just produced it myself. I didn't put as much, but I still enjoyed it and I had a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited for people to hear this version of the song because I know that I've made a couple of versions before. Of course, the very first demo of it in SoundCloud is very straight to the point. And then the many different times that I've sung it during Forward tour, and then the Lark rehearsals, Twelve and the Hound. That was another version of it. And this one is a completely new version, one you've never heard before, and I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited. Um, so yeah, that's why I've been like laughing on Twitter or like any other place. I've been going, do they know? And do they know? No, they don't. It's not going to be in English. It's going to be in Tagalog. But there will be translation, of course. I'm not evil. I will, as much as I want everyone, forcing everyone to learn Tagalog for the sake of my country. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please, please. I'm just a Filipino. There will be translations. It will be an English translation, but the song will be in Tagalog. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice question. The hound is the self. Um, the hound is the self is a phrase that I often use since Meadowlark doesn't have a villain. A story doesn't have a villain unless you consider yourself as one. And with the theme of Meadowlark and wonderment being the main magic and the main power, um, wonder and the capability of everyone being able to wield it and to make and create and be passionate and be brave and be kind and all the things. Doubt is like a wall. It hinders you, it paralyzes you from growing, from understanding, from seeing, from listening, from taking in new information. It paralyzes you. It holds you down. Doubt. And oftentimes it is within the self. Like doubt, self-doubt is self-doubt is evil. And that's something that you need to take account. A good example would be a dog chasing its tail. That is, and the hound, that is self-doubt. Um, a dog chasing its tail, and once that dog finally bites its tail, catches its tail, then um, now you're stuck here. You didn't really accomplish anything. And even within the process of chasing your own tail, you're getting nowhere. You are not progressing. You're not learning, and you're going in circles. And that is why I loved using and the hound. Like I love using doubt with dogs and hounds and canines, since dogs are known to be loyal. But are you loyal to yourself, to your real self? If yourself doubts, would you still be loyal to it? But to which one? To your truth, or to what your self-doubt is telling you? It's a, I'm sorry for the word, it's a mind fuck. And that has always like gotten me, that I myself am very critical. I myself, every day, every night, I beat myself up mentally about these things. Like, despite saying all the messages in my story of like, be kind, be wondrous, keep making, enjoy the present, don't think about the past, don't think about the future, just be. I'm like, in reality, I am still just a person who goes through these things and tries to learn my own lessons over and over again, because I do suffer from these things, as reality is. Um, that's one of the reasons I love a hound as well. It's such a, it helps me in that way. Exactly. As as says, dogs and canines are my favorite thing ever, because like there's so many layers. You can focus on their bite and teeth, or their loyalty, or their stubbornness, or on their obedience. Um, Still thinking. Oh yeah. Um, as you've noticed that last year I didn't get to draw the lark a lot. I didn't get to draw a lot. I'm gonna drink water before I continue. A lot. Remember? I want to lay in bed. Eat. So comfortable. Now I look like my profile picture even more. I didn't get to draw a lot last year. Well, obviously, reasons. I had to move out and go on tour, live in a whole other country, work, job, um, um, play guitar, sing song, USA, um, Europe, um, many things. I didn't get to draw a lot, and that makes me sad. I felt like I missed a whole year of progress for my drawings, but I'm not here to vent. I'm here to talk about the Lark and their designs. I I just want them to be loose, and I'm probably going to change them a lot, but at the moment I'm very happy with the new ones. Not the ones that I was streaming before, but I made new sketches, and I made a controversial decision on Clementine's design, and that is to remove the four yellow long like banana skin strips on the on the design. And I've been like I've been procrastinating on that decision for so long, but it just felt so right. Like the moment I did it, the moment I removed it, I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is what I've been missing the entire time." Um, I don't know, just something that I think you shouldn't be surprised when it gets released. But when I do publish it, but I am focusing more on the lark's like shape and emphasizing on that shape because I think that is more important and significance is more important than like holding tradition or something, or holding on to nostalgia. Yar. What was it again? The honest opinion on the yay memes that have been sent here on Discord by many of us. I don't really care. I'm so sorry. I don't really care. I don't really get to look at Discord or a lot of social media nowadays because I got so much work to do and I've just been so busy. And since um I am quite a busy person and I a lot of the times my on my free time I don't have my phone with me. I make it a habit to not look at my screen. um, because well, a lot of my time making and creating it does involve the screen, like writing, recording, making songs, drawing, and I do have a very bad eyesight already, and I don't want to make that worse. I'm not gonna spend more time on social media just doing nothing. So I don't really care. I don't really get to see them from time to time. Like I don't know. I don't care. Like you can. I don't know. I think a lot of it has just been like editing. I don't really care. I'm you can make fun of me if you want. I'm not really insecure about my appearance or anything. Um yeah, I don't see them. Scrolling. I'm trying to be honest. Oh yeah, so Pinterest hasn't been the best from what I've heard. It's the same thing. It's just like private family photos and videos and footage being shared there, and it's not great at all. There's a lot of disrespect and prying because like what I'm doing right now, just like when I'm public, when I'm on tour, for example, when I post pictures, like that's part of my job, and I do enjoy it. But like these were pictures and footage way before I was Yaelokre, and so it's kind of just really odd, and it's not nice at all. I think it's interesting. Um, oh, by the way, could we stop with the pregnant jokes? Please? I love you. Thank you. It's just not nice. A lot of people are getting uncomfortable. We've been getting some mod mail of people be like, "Can we please get the mods to stop with the pregnant jokes or take it elsewhere?" Thank you so much. It's not great. I love you. It's not great. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you ever feel uncomfortable about anything, just a topic in general, do not be afraid to send it through mod mail. The mods here are very nice. They try their best so much and they don't have holiday breaks. They've been working even during the holidays. I feel really bad, but let's all just be nice and understanding, please. Thank you. I'm trying to scroll back up. I think it's really interesting to me that a lot of the pictures used for the like yay you call it yay memes are older images of me, like the first few lives that I did on Instagram back in 2024. And I look so different. I look so round and small. Also intermediate. Like 2 years isn't even that long. What happened? What happened? Hmm. Okay, I've seen this question for a while from Lily as well. Was I was wondering, are there things about your characters that you feel like are underrepresented in fan work? Maybe some facial features or body type elements that not many people caught up on in design, or perhaps some particular themes you see people mispresenting. There's a couple, but I don't know if I don't really have the confidence to say a lot of them because I'm just grateful that you're even tuning into this story, that people are even making the effort to draw these characters. I don't have the, I don't feel like I have the right to like speak up or complain about it. I don't know if complain is the right word, but to correct people about it. I feel really bad because so many people are just so nice to, they're just so nice. But thank you so much, everyone, for insisting in the information. Well, let's start with Cole. Cole is a child. I could start my sentence there. But Cole is your typical child who cannot fix their hair. That's why they have their hair on their face and they're like trying to draw, they're trying to like get something done and then it just gets in their face. And sometimes the playwright would like pin their hair, like braid their hair back, but it always just ends up loose by the end of the day. And um Cole is exactly not like Kingsley. Like Kingsley is so presentable, takes care of themselves, know how to take care of themselves, has confidence, while um Cole smells like attic, like the dust from old books and corners. Cole is um a sweet, sweet child that just doesn't know how to tend to themselves. And they have a schnauzer. I like their nose a lot. And um they they often have wrinkled clothes. And my only thing is that what I would frequently see is Cole being portrayed as this. It's something that I despise. I hate to see Cole being portrayed as this um like teenage attractive boy from an anime. Do you know what I mean? I don't like that at all. And I've tried my best to better my style to make it look like what I envision them to be. And I think I did a great job, but um I want them to look like a kid. But I have nothing against anime styles at all. I have nothing against that. I just it's just like making Cole an attractive, blonde, perfect young boy with fair skin, glossy skin, small nose, and ugh, ugh, yeah. I feel so bad. I feel like I'm just complaining, but that is my truth. And I um you're allowed to have opinions. Thank you. I don't know. Being in the spotlight or just having the privilege to even talk or communicate to people in such a way with people listening, I feel like I'm taking up enough space. And I'm trying to be cautious. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. Thank you so much. You're so kind to me. That's so sweet. Oh, with Clementine, on the other hand, it's kind of like the same, but a lot of the times people do get Clementine very well. They're this fluffy, fluffy, sweet kid, but um, the personality hasn't really been shown the greatest in my previous artworks, and not being able to draw a lot last year didn't help because so many things have happened, and all people are like basing Clementine off is the Happy Hair video and the Meeting Milestones video, which is like so long ago, and it's just like one side of that character that we're seeing. Clementine gets mistaken for Kingsley in a sense of they're posh or they're well taken care of. Clementine is very loved, but Clementine is adventurous. Clement is Clement's hair is very fluffy and fuzzy and mad. um, they're the messy kid. Clement's hair, um, imagine the playwright like spending 3 hours combing Clement's hair and picking out the dirt, the gum, and like everything, like a whole truck out of their hair. And then it's shiny, and it's shiny, it's good, it's pampered, it's well conditioned, right? And then not long after, come the afternoon, and it's back to that frizzy, fluffy, fuzzy hair again. They're just all over the place. Like they roll around trying to act like some detective that's like trying to sneak into somewhere. They are the Peter Rabbit of the group. They like go into different neighbors' gardens, and that's where they get their fruit from. Their fruit, and they gift it to the Lark. They just have fluffy hair. That's why I thought it was like funny to have them to force them into a ponytail when they're performing, because that it doesn't get in a way as much. And that's why it's fun to like put bells on them when they're performing. So it just clicks, it just makes sense. Like it doesn't go. It's just like bang. Exactly what Jay said of they get confused with each other because they look like the opposite of what they actually are. And that's what I love about writing and working on this story, is because it's all about perspective and assumptions and what we grew up with, what we're familiar with, and expectation. isn't it so fun to be introduced to something and then plot twist, that's not actually what it is? And I get to be like, this is why it makes sense in my head. And that is a reflection on things that I love about a person, not just being a singular color. There's so many angles, perspectives, and sides to a person. There's so many versions of a person that we do not know. For example, you may know yourself, but another person, like your friend, may know yourself in a different light. Another person may see yourself in a different light. Another person may see yourself in a different light. It's, oh my goodness, it's so fun. It's really, really fun. And that's why I also made Meadowlark, or like the Lark, as performers as I am. Because um I'm a whole different person when I'm on stage. I'm a whole different person when I'm talking to you. I'm a whole different person when I'm talking to Ren, my partner, to my parents, to my friends. Yes, I am sick. Hello. Um, and they seem like a whole different person, a whole nother character that they are portraying when they are on stage, the Lark. I like that, what you said. Um, oh, this person says all of Meadowlark is opposing itself. There's ideas of what they should all be and impressions you get very quickly. Um, that's why that goes with everything. That goes with all of the world. It's like you can't just assume. You just have to be kind. You just have to allow yourself to learn. Allow yourself to make a mistake, but learn from it. Allow yourself to discover, allow yourself to wonder, but never let yourself be boxed. And there is always expect change. And there's just so much. You can't just like have some have a singular thing. That's why I love writing these characters. I love working on the story of how just like every single person, especially a kid, could be so complex and simple at the same time. Because you can't just dumb people down into a singular thing. Um, yeah, growth. Yeah, Sunchild. The world won't ever know you as you know you, is the way I think of it, honestly. You can't fully see someone ever. There's always a nugget inside you that the world will never see. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful for things to be so broad and full of discovery? As Salt says, I really do like the central theme of Meadowlark being just be. In terms of being a person existing in the world, there's always so much happening in one life. And so much that goes into being a person. that it makes no sense to stifle a person's existence. Exactly! I've had a long conversation with Ren, with my partner earlier, about labels and boxes and such. And I know that it brings people comfort. They said that people do this and decide to believe and commit their life into it and their whole being into it because they themselves have been confused once, and naming things and labeling things and boxing things allows themselves to filter out the rest of the world and allow themselves to discover people who are just as confused or as sure, just similar to them. It allows them to find community. But I just grew up differently. I grew up being straightforward and blunt and most of the time rude. Um, and just seeing the world as it is, and that is my principle. To just be honest. I don't need a name for it. I am just being. It's nice. Exactly, Monica. It's like saying, well, I've mentioned Clement's whole character before, of how they were born or just raised to be something very specific. And by portraying them as this prim and proper doll like pretty princess who's always so pampered and full of frilly clothes and sparkly laces and ribbons and such, is exactly the character that they were made to look like. When in truth, that's not who they are. It is a part of them, but that's not the entirety of that person, of their person. So I think people should portray Clementine to be rough, rowdier, dirt on their face, gum in their hair, um, messy curls, um, all that junk. I'm still sticking to Lily's question, and then I think we're going to end it. I don't know why I'm pushing myself into doing this. I do like it here. Everyone's so nice and understanding, and it's just a comfortable space. Ow! I hit my elbow. And then when I get off the what's this called? The stage call, whatever this is. You can push me away in the water, just like how Shrek and Fiona pushed me. Well, technically it's me. Push King Harold to the pond. Yeah, I love being this frog. Well, I've already said my thing with Kingsley earlier before, so I'm going to skip that and proceed to Peregrine. Also, I've been liking pink a lot recently. And I never really wanted Peregrine's collar to be red. I've always avoided that. It feels too obvious. It feels too strong to be red. And their like song having temper or like anger within it. I didn't want it to be a red raging color. So instead, I think in the new design, I've always made their color to be persimmon. I love persimmons, but I'm also going to incorporate a kind of like a salmon pink situation. I've been liking that color a lot. Let me find it. Yeah, something along those lines. I think it's cute. So persimmon and that kind of pink would be really nice. Sorry, I'm going off topic now, but this is how I imagined it. Oh shoot. Gosh dang it. I'm saving things. Give me some time. Oh, I love persimmon so much. This is such a nice color. It's like a mix of yellow, red, brown, and orange. It's such a nice one. There you go. Sorry, I'm saving images to send. Like these colors for Perry. Oh, so sweet. Oh, my little Peregrine. Ah, sorry. I've been like, I've been, during the holidays when we were shopping for gifts, we would walk past um these stores that are made for like clothes for children. There's so many frilly and like big cute stuff, and I've just been like daydreaming. Oh, that's so sweet. It's kind of like salmon, but I don't think it's just straight up salmon because there's some specific shades. I don't know how to name it. But I'm pretty sure that's persimmon. Yeah, peregrine. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, peregrine. A lot of people this is quite old. I think this already stopped. But a lot of people tend to assume or portray Peregrine to be um what's that called? Indigenous? Yeah, that's the word. Um, I would sadly have to say no, because that is an area where I am unfamiliar with. It is not something I grew up with, nor I have connection with, and I don't want to be offensive, nor want to take on territory where I am not secure in. It's not um, part of my life. Um, yeah, Peregrine is just Peregrine is just Peregrine. They're not indigenous. I don't think I have any other thing of, in terms of appearance. They are expressive. They're not. A lot of people tend to. This is why I wish I could have drawn so much more last year to explain it. Whew. But they're more expressive than many people think. They're not so like dull and stern. I think they're just like they're quite expressive. It's just that it takes them a while to figure out what kind of emotion and expression they gotta have in a certain situation, because they gotta make sense of things first, right? It gives them some time. They work like a Windows Explorer type of like no internet like kind of situation. Give some time. I think that's about it. This person says, Cove says, Keith, the fact that you interact with people as insignificant as many strangers are is kind. Some of us have belief we're insignificant, yet you see us all in different light. I'm just gonna tell you right here and there, I am just a person. I was just fortunate to have this privilege of being known. And although it is my lifelong goal to be heard, not for my music nor for fame or anything, I just want to be understood. All my life, all I wanted was to communicate and to be as clear and to speak up and to be, and for my words to be taken as they are with no malice. I just want to be honest. And I'm just very lucky to have very kind people surrounding me. I am nothing special. I know that a lot of people tend to freak out because, of course, yeah, Yaelokre is famous. I'm practically a celebrity. And well, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like considering myself one. I was like, even if it's true or not, I am a public figure. And does it make me uncomfortable? Not really. But I find it unnecessary for people to freak out around me. Of course, respect and admiration is understandable, but I'm just someone who sometimes goes to the groceries in their pajamas trying to get, I don't know, milk and cereal because I ran out. And I'm just someone with bad eyesight trying to write a story and voicing many different characters. Um, During the holidays, during the holidays, there were a lot of people who recognized me in the Philippines. They asked for a picture and such. And it was nice. It was sweet. But there were instances like these two people, and this is the first time I did not like it, was that they did not know who I was. They just knew that I'm holding two of my fingers right now, as like quote unquote famous, but they did not know who I was. They did not know what I was fighting for. They did not know my cause. They do not know my name. They just know that I'm famous. They just went like, and they were like, "Can I ask a picture?" And I'm like, "What? Why do you need to ask a picture? Why? What's the reason?" And they couldn't give a reason. And not only that, they were forcing Ren into the picture. And oh my goodness, a lot of the times people assume Ren is also famous because skin color. I'm not kidding, like because they're white. Jesus. Not to bring that up. But like respect, we're just people. I want you all to be comfortable that wherever I am is not unreachable. Like my state of artistry or my work or my efforts, you can do it if you really wanted to. There are ways, and it's not impossible. We are put into this world to dream, and even our dreams have dreams of their own. What we create lives because we believe in them and because they live. They are alive. They have wishes of their own. I wrote this in the book of us all coming from one singular stream, and we are just an unending stream of ambition, creating so many bournes and lakes and bodies of water full of creativity. Sorry, I'm getting philosophical right now, but um, you're of course allowed to admire. You're allowed to be starstruck. You're allowed to be excited. All I'm asking is for you to remember that I and many others, famous or not, happy or not, are just people. Yeah, I guess that's another. That is another. What do we call this podcast? Sorry, I'm so sorry. You're all just listening to me, and I am quite embarrassed that I'm talking here alone to you. Thank you so much for knowing me and my person, or just trying to know my mind. Of course, this is just a singular angle that you're seeing of who I am, and you're taking it with so much kindness and respect, and I admire that a lot, and I'm forever grateful to have you in my life as supporters and people who are always so excited and enthusiastic about the story. And I hope to be able to have you for as long as I could. And I'm just very, very grateful. Thank you. Every day I work towards Meadowlark and, well, the ideal, what I want for this project may be told through paper, through music, through performance, through anything. And whatever happens, all I want for people to take is the lesson. Doesn't matter if you know the names of the characters, doesn't matter if you know what happened during the Harpy there and the Hound situation. Just as long as you go home and realize within yourself that, well, maybe I need to be a lot kinder. Maybe I can be brave. Maybe I could start making something. It's just always that. That that is my own my last bit, my last 2 cents. And can someone like push me? Can someone push the can someone push the leaf? Do we have a gif of the frog being pushed? Thank you. Thank you so much. Do we have a gif of the frog being pushed? Do we not have it? This is so sad. I need my proper farewells. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And this is where I die. Fiona, Shrek, you will have a fifth movie, and I'm not going to like the art style. I miss the old art style. Goodbye.